Hi guys, I've been using Obsidian for the past 4 years and I want to show you what my setup looks like. So probably that could be an inspiration for your own vault. And if you're just starting out, I'm going to also show you a couple of things that might be beneficial if you're starting to use Obsidian. So welcome to this new vault that I just created. I have installed a custom theme on these settings. So that might be a little bit different if you just downloaded Obsidian. But this node here is what I've created. Shows all of the properties and all the Markdown syntax that Obsidian uses for note taking. The first thing that we have here is something called properties. This is from Obsidian 1.4. Right now Obsidian, as of the time of this recording, is at 1.10, and these properties would allow you to embed certain, as the name suggests, properties inside your notes. There are a couple of different property values that you can have in Obsidian. The first one are tags or strings. So in this example, I already put the title and description. And for the title properties that is based on string, which is just plain text, you can have this as this is one of the core properties for Obsidian. And if you have this properties, you can use this as the title of your document. Another one that is pretty similar, which is down here, is actually called aliases. And aliases are different ways you can refer to the node, so that you can actually refer to this node as all frontmatter types and ultimate YAML reference instead of the name of the file, which is welcome to Obsidian. And then the next one we have a date and time. This is what it's called, and as it says, this will show the date, which you can click here and you can choose the dates, and then here is date and time, where you can choose the date and the time. And the next one is a Boolean checkbox, which is true or false if you look at the actual source code. And the next one are numbers. You can also put empty string and null example here, where there's don't put anything. And then for quoted strings, you can use colons and hashtag inside quotes safely in Obsidian. And then the two last properties is CSS classes, which is used for if you're trying to customize certain nodes. These CSS classes you can put there inside here as a list using what we call bullet lists in Markdown. And the last one, if you want to refer to another node inside the vault, you can use double square brackets inside quotes. Now, as you can see, you might get a little bit confused here. Obsidian is just plain text file, so all of this file lives in your storage via your phone or your computer, and so the data belongs to you. And if Obsidian were to go away, you can still have the data on your own. So this is completely offline compatible. And if you want to sync your notes, you can use the Obsidian own feature called Obsidian Sync, which is I believe $4 a month, or you can have many other free alternative that you can set up with mini tutorials on the internet. So let's go to the Markdown syntax. The first one is text formatting itself. In Markdown, we can do almost all of the formatting that you might need. The first one is bold, second is italic, bold and italic, and the way you do that is that you just add the star sign encompassing the words or the sentences that you want to format. And then there's also strike through, and strike through is just is this, what's it called, like wavy character. And then highlight are two equal sign, and then inline code is, I believe this is called tilde. So tilde will show you inline code. And this is the two different modes for Obsidian. There's the editing view and there's the live view, I believe, reading view. Yeah, editing and read view. And if you click this is what your node would neatly looks like. And then if you click one more time, or I believe the shortcut is Control E, it can show the actual writing of your notes. And the second one, we have headings. There are 6 different levels of heading that you can have in Obsidian. So it goes from heading level 1 all the way to heading level 6. And the reason why heading is important is because you might have different sections of your documents. This is just like if you use Google Docs or Microsoft Words, you can definitely use this to make your documents much more prettier. And then the next one are lists. There are 3 different lists that Obsidian has. The first one is a bulleted list, and it's just the minus sign, and then you can indent these lists using the tab button. And the way you indent is using the tab button for the bulleted and the numbered list. And then the numbered list is just numbers, and Obsidian knows where to put the number. So if I were to put 2 in here, if I were to write 8 in here, it would just correct it into 2. Like I literally just wrote 8 here. And then if you want to indent them, let's say we write something here. The way you do it is you would just choose highlight the text, and then you click tab, and then it would go on the next indent for 1. So I can just close this and toggle it. So the third one is the task list, and the way you do that is just you put the square brackets. This is what it looks like, and then you can click in here for if it's completed, or you can just add the X sign manually inside the square brackets, and that would check it off. The next one, we have links and images. For internal links is for another nodes inside the vault. If it's not created yet, it will show something like this. But if you create it, you just click it, and then you have another nodes. And so if I go back, that's the actual nodes in here, as you can see. And then you can also link to websites, and you can also link to images. If you want to show the images, not just to link it, you want to add an exclamation mark, and then this is the alternative name for the images. If you click it, it's like that, it shows. And then next one, we have callouts. Callouts are like quotes or notes. There are so many varieties. They're very pretty. If you have like certain notes, like warning or signs, like guides that you want to put inside your notes, you can read it here yourself. And then for callouts, you can add plus or minus sign after the type. If you put a minus, it is expanded by default. If you put plus, it is collapsed by default. And then the next one, we have LaTeX or math formatting. Because Obsidian has full support for math jacks, you can render all kinds of equations. So if you're like, say, an engineering student like I do, you can take notes like this. Very convenient. And then the next one are tables. This is a bit advanced. In the actual Obsidian documentation, the tables are put into the advanced section, advanced formatting. But it's actually not that complicated. And I always use online tools or use AI to write the tables anyway. So, but basically, it looks like this. And if you want a left line, center, or right line, the columns, you just add a colon on which part you want to center. And this is what it looks like. The next one, we have code blocks. You can add the language that you are trying to write. So you can just change to Python or any other language that you're writing for the code blocks. And then you want to add the 3 tilde at the top and the bottom, and then you put the code in here. You can also just copy it from here, and then it has syntax highlighting for the language that you choose. The next one, we have mermaid diagram. This is really, really cool. I haven't used this that much. I don't even know that it actually exists like before I made this video, so it's really cool. There are so many different varieties. There's 6 different varieties for mermaid diagrams. It's really pretty. You can make flowcharts, sequence, Gantt chart, class diagram, mind map, and pie chart. And yeah, so that's all the mermaid diagrams. And then the last one, you can also embed web pages like YouTube. So the syntax is the same for pictures. It's just exclamation mark, square brackets, empty, or you can just write something in here. That's totally fine too. And you just put the YouTube link. You can also embed iframe, which is this HTML tag where you can put certain sections of a website. So that's all of the syntax for Markdown for Obsidian.